How are you? Welcome to Back 40. This isn't going to be a very big video. This is just a video of a little bit of updates of everything we got going on. In the last video I posted, you saw that we were working on an incubator. We're pretty well done with that. That's, ready to be. We're going to test that here after Easter weekend, which is next weekend. I'm going to load it up with some eggs and see how that works. Probably move it into the house, hopefully, if we can do it without upsetting too many people. And then I was also testing radios. And this one here, this old Audiovox cassette deck, ended up being the winner. As I said in the last video, same one I had in one of my first cars. I tested 4 more. Didn't go too well. That one worked. The second one done nothing. The third one lit up but had no sound. The fourth one ate a tape, so I threw 3 away. That's flea market finds. 10 years of saving flea market finds. Trying an old vintage radio. So anyway, we did get one good one. At this point, it still works. Now, also going to install this old Kraco equalizer, which is a booster equalizer type unit. It's about 100 watts, which I know is nothing nowadays, but when I was a kid or something, most of these aftermarket radios and cassette decks and CD players might have only been 25 watts, so we needed something. Now, speakers. I spent some money. Not much, because I'm cheap. But got a couple pairs of speakers, 4-inch round fellas. I think they're like 210 watts, 210 watts for the front of the wagon. I think there's 3s in it. Well, somehow we'll make this work. And then some 5x7s, 250 watts. Hopefully they got a nice sound. With that EQ, I should be able to get a decent amount of bass out of these. Now, as I said before, I don't like modern stuff too much. Stereos are about the only exception. And I want to put a CD player in it, but I don't want to see it. So the hole in the ashtray is about 7 inches, so that's enough to slide a deck in. So I do have this fella here. This is an old Clarion CD player. I had an old S10. That's going to go in the wagon too, but I want to hide it somehow. I'm going to try and hide it in the hole for the ashtray because I don't want to see it. I originally was going to go with Bluetooth and even had a radio all picked out last night and told my wife, yeah, I'll go ahead and order it. And I said, no, I'm only one for my CDs and my cassettes, and this does have a headphone plug into the back of it, so we'll just run a line from the old cell phone so I can play my playlist, which is stupid because I have Vanilla Ice on LP, CD, cassette, and now it's on digital file, as well as some others. Getting tired of replacing my whole collection, so I want to keep using cassettes in the wagon because it's vintage, but most of those vintage tapes are 30 to 40 years old, and I don't know how long they're going to last. As I said before, the incubator is finished, so we're going to fill it with some eggs, and when they hatch, if they hatch, they'll be moved to this unit over here. This is just an old press board shelf that I put some chloroplast around. This is where the chicks were hatched originally. We're using it as a wood box, as you can see. We'll fill it with nice clean wood shavings and keep the eggs in there until they're ready to go to the coop. I should also mention we have not forgotten about the Hudson. Even though the shop is a mess right now, and I apologize for that. We're just using it for storage. As you can see, some stuff's got to be cleaned out of here. We're going to go back, fix these lines in the roof. If you can see those ripples, better if we put the camera like that. This one's got to be done, and then this one's got to be done. And the doors don't close 100%. But I think we'll just do the old 2x4 trick for the doors there down the jamb. See how that works. That'll be fine. I got to get my buddy's Porta Power box back up, who was nice enough to lend it to us, so I got to get that ready and all put away. I'll try to spread that out over I'll try to clean most of that up in one video. After we move some stuff out of here, I think we might try and put this motor in the car. That's the 5.3 out of the old Silverado we stripped. We'll try and set it in the Hudson under the hood for now. just to get it off the floor. We're not going to try starting anything yet, but it'll give me some space back because we have another thing we got to get started on. It's my daughter's first car. This is what she's going to drive back and forth to school until the Buick is ready, which is something else that's got to get put back on the plate. So all we got to do with this is fix the brakes, the tires on it. We do have to tear the dash apart. Get in there. It has some issues with the heater. It doesn't want to blow in the windshield, so we got to figure that out. So that whole dash has to come out of there. That's going to be fun. And of course, she does not like the color. So we got to paint it somehow, some way. Something a little nicer than that lime green, which I kind of like the lime green, but she's not fond of it. But that's fine. Chicken coop needs to be cleaned out, which I'm doing today, I hope. I think there might even be a chicken in here. Yep, there's one in there. And then we're going to build a fence around back here, behind the property, to go down the back side of the shop. With all that wasted space, that might as well be room for chickens. That'll keep them from going all over the deck, which I would love to stop. There she is. What you doing? So we got some eggs today. Just enough to, we'll have to put some more stuff in these nesting boxes. I got to try and clean this today, but it's pretty frozen in here. Yeah. Not hard to stand up a chicken coop. This was just all old pallets, believe it or not. It actually went together pretty good. The only real money I invested in it was the shingles for the outside of it and some insulation, so only $300 in that. Not too bad. And the last thing I want to try and get done this summer is the Buick. I want to at least hear that engine fire in that thing and run. And then of course we'll have to start the body. The brakes are mostly done. There's brand new back brakes on it. I have brakes for the front, a little bit of floor patching and the paint job, and that will be done. There's also miles and miles of harness to sort out, but you know, doesn't sound like a whole lot when you put it that way. I need to get something done with that Imperial too. I think we'll put it on that Ram frame. I think it's going to be the best scenario. I've had that thing for 12 years, so I got to get it done soon. There's no shortage of projects here, but that's my own fault. However, I guess, you know, I'd like to have some stuff to do. We got to tear the heads off the Ram, maybe sometime this summer too. The K-Seal seems to have worked, but she's still not quite herself. She's a little bit of a miss here and there, and that kind of stuff, you know. Those stuff are just quick fixes, but we need her right. See what the girls are doing today. What's going on? They're pretty happy running around the yard. They're going to be pretty disgusted with me when they get that fence built, but I mean, I gotta pin them in. They're pooping all over my deck. Can't have that. Jimmy, he's not keeping tabs on them very well. So that's my plan for the next few videos. I'm not going to have too much to post today. However, I am going to try to get back into posting something every week. I appreciate everybody who's watching and tuning in. It means a lot to me. Sorry we're not as fantastic a channel as other channels, but we're working on that. So some other things along the way too. Some little better camera, a little better microphone. I'm trying to find some music for this channel. You know. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Those are videos to come in the next 3 or 4 weeks here. Please like and subscribe.